Biggest mistakes a lot of anglers make is when the summer gets into full swing, like in July or sometimes late June, sometimes July. A lake, if it has fairly deep water in it, like if you got water depths of 50, 60, 100 foot in the lake you're fishing, usually there's some type of a thermocline that forms. And the thermocline, to make a long story short, it's basically, where you've got a separation in water temperatures to the point of where you don't have a lot of oxygen below a certain depth. So a lot of lakes in the summertime will form a thermocline anywhere between, say, 20 to 30, maybe 40 foot deep. And below those depths are not going to be very productive. So you can't really fish like super, super deep in the summertime. A lot of times, if you're fishing the bottom in the summertime, you're relegated to fishing 25 feet or less. Now, that doesn't mean you can't fish deep water for suspended fish, because those fish will suspend above the thermocline and over really deep water. But that's that's one of the biggest mistakes anglers make, is not factoring in that thermocline when they're looking for fish. Okay, the next thing that people mess up on a lot is there's two big myths in summertime fishing. Number one is that you have to get out early in the morning because it's going to be hot and there's an early morning bite. And number two is that you have to fish deeper in the summertime, like 20 foot deep, or for suspended fish. Both of those are not true. I'm not saying that you can't do either one of them, but it's a myth to think that is the predominant way of thinking in fishing. I have found in my own personal fishing that's probably some of the least productive early morning fishing times are in the summertime of the year. Now, I can catch fish early in the morning, especially like in the springtime of the year and the fall time. But in the summertime of the year, you don't have these bigger numbers of fish that move in and out of deeper water real quick, that get up there and stay shallow for long enough to catch them early in the morning on top water. You can pick up a few, but most of the time they're smaller fish, and that window is very, very small. So I don't even waste my time getting out early in the morning. I have found in my own fishing that, like a lot of other times of the year, that period of between like 9:30 and 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon is the best time to fish in the summertime. And that's what I've seen. I mean, over the course of 50 years, I've seen that over and over again. So don't feel like you have to get out there early. Also, it's important to remember that every single lake has different populations of bass that live in different depth zones. It doesn't matter if the lake you're fishing is super clear, 10 foot of visibility, or if you're in a mud pit. You've got some bass that they'll live a little bit deeper than the other